Welcome to the Moontails Anime Podcast. I'm your host Law from the channel Justice, and here I have with me my co-hosts Azumi and Ken.
Hello. Hello, guys.
Hello.
Yes,
Good
hello.
intro.
And today we have our co-host returning again, Mimi.
Once again.
Hello, people. I don't think you need to introduce me anymore. I'm like the start of this podcast now.
She's the host. She's gonna do the intro
He's
next time.
gone. He's gone rogue.
Mimi's gonna
Yeah,
do the
man.
intro. Definitely. So this
Welcome to the Moontails podcast.
We're guests now. Me
Okay,
and
Mimi,
Azumi
tell
and
us.
Laura guests.
Okay, Mimi, tell us what we're gonna be talking about today.
Today, we will be talking about the saddest anime on this earth.
We're not doing
Movie.
Grave of Firefly.
Oh, we're not? Never mind. Scratch that. I don't know what
Mimi,
we're
We're
doing.
doing Howls Moving Castle.
Hosting.
Oh! We're doing the best animated movie on this planet. Howls Moving Castle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what are your thoughts about it, Mimi?
It is a very good movie. I definitely recommend it. And it has very good aspects.
What aspects are
Now
those?
you guys can talk.
Mimi, tell us about the thematic complexity, please.
Yes. Teach us why Howl's name was meant to represent the wolf's howl in the night. Fucking
My God.
I don't know
You
what
sound
I'm
like
saying.
That sounds like your persona. That sounds like your persona.
I am
You guys
14
know that one
and this
Shakira
is deep.
song, She Wolf? If you guys
Because
don't know
Howling
it, you guys need to
for
listen.
Sophie.
What?
Huh?
I didn't hear.
Nothing.
Oh, I said She Wolf
By who?
by Shakira.
I probably have heard it on the radio because it's Shakira. But I don't think I've
Guys,
ever gone out and listened to it.
if you guys want to just like sob about how at one point, just listen to that song.
Okay. Alright, I've had enough, like, songs
Me
about...
too.
We just started it.
I've had enough of you.
I've
Get
had
the hell
enough
out.
of you, Azumi.
Dang.
No, I was gonna say I had enough, like, songs
He's
about
had enough.
monsters. Like, every single rock song is just, like, is from, like, Monster by Skillet. Like, then you have 3 Days Grace, The Animal I Have Become, then even Starset, Imagine Dragons, and even like 3 Days Grace, like the singer went to a new band, and his even they have a song called Beast. So like
You know
they're all
the song, the song I hate most. You know the song I hate most. It's called "Throne" by Bring Me the Horizon. It feels
Bro.
so edgy.
Bro,
It feels too edgy.
it's a good song.
No,
Throne
it's
is
a good song,
actually
but
a
the
good
lyrics,
song.
the lyrics are so 14 and deep. It's
I
so
don't
bad.
know.
It's like
It was.
it's like throw me to the wolves and I'll come back the leader of the pack. Like no,
Yeah.
man.
How is that
Uh,
like? How is that
It's
even
too
cringy?
it's too cringe. It's edgy. It's
How?
cringe. I don't.
It's just basic.
It's not basic.
It's not
Hate
like
it.
it's not like a masterful writing, but it's like an okay song. I think it was like
I don't know, man.
the main line was like these scars will build my throne, something like that.
I mean, that's fine. What I have a problem with is like, throw me to the wolf pack and I'll come back the leader of the pack or some shit.
I
It's
don't
so
know, man.
cringe.
It sounds like they want to be a furry.
It's so cringe.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Best song is still and the snakes start to sing. Still the best song.
Bring Me the Horizon.
I know you like Avalanche, right?
I like Avalanche. I like the whole album. That whole album is fire.
Except Throne.
Yes, except Throne. Even Happy Song is a bop. Except
Oh.
Throne, like
Happy
it's so
Song
bad.
is a fire song. I gotta say, it is like, it's a nice like school song. Like,
School shooting
SPIRIT.
song.
Spirit.
What's
Tear.
all of this supposed to do
It's a
with
good,
Howls
it's a
Moving
good
Castle?
school shooting song,
Yeah,
though.
it's a beautiful school shooting song. I would definitely recommend it.
Oh
All
my
the
god.
little kids with their
Yeah, if you
pumped up.
listen to Diary of Jane by Breaking Benjamin.
Diary of Jane.
Oh,
Okay.
I love that song.
Oh, I love it too. Like
I love
when
it too, guys. Definitely.
Oh, I love it. Three.
when I learned about the backstory behind it, it was just I was
They have a
just
hold
sitting
on. They
down
have a
in awe.
backstory.
Like
Yo, I
What do
would
you
love to hear
a
the backstory.
backstory?
Let me know later, but guys,
why?
the
No, we're
whole point
gonna
of
talk
the
about the
podcast is Howls
backstory
Moving
of
Castle.
Diary of Jane.
Guys,
Listen, we're gonna talk about this. So Diary of Jane, it was like
children, you're getting off track.
it was
Don't
written
spoil
Oh
the
God,
anime, love.
no.
it's not that big of a deal, but it's like it was written to because it was inspired by like he saw a story about a woman who was found on a beach washed up, and her body was just so disfigured and dismembered that they couldn't even identify her, and so they just called her like Jane Doe, like it's like the female version of John Doe,
It's like
and
the yeah.
so the Benjamin, I guess, is like the lead singer and songwriter. He was like they tried to come up with a story for her because they found like the meaning of life is some that life is very meaningful and there needs to be a story behind someone, and so the idea that somebody would leave this earth without a trace was just something so sad to them, and so the song is about that. And like the chorus, like I'm trying to find my place in the diary of Jane. It's a banger. It
Ah,
is a
okay.
banger.
That is a banger. Yeah.
Okay, anyway, so Howl's Moving Castle, good movie.
Oh, wow. You noticed?
I wasn't that big of a fan. Unpopular
Well,
opinion.
Well, damn, Ken.
some
Controversial.
opinions don't matter.
Kent, your opinion is
Controversial.
invalid.
Controversial.
Tell us why you didn't
Ken
like it.
is very controversial.
I don't know. It just felt very messy. I didn't feel any connection to any of the characters because they were suddenly like, "Oh, we're friends now, and now I care about you." And I'm like, "She's just your cleaning lady that you met like 2 days ago. Didn't even
Bro,
establish
what do you mean
anything."
So
she's just
what?
your
People
cleaning
can have
lady?
a fast connection.
Bro, he
See
saw her
through
They
when
that.
he
literally
was a
didn't.
kid. Fuck, I was a little too loud there. He saw her when he was a kid, when he made the deal with the devil, and one of his like formative memories, this random old cleaning lady comes out of nowhere and says like,
I
I'm
know,
going to come for you," and then he meets her
law.
later.
That's not a
Ken.
reason to be like, I'm gonna now have a reason to
But
live
she
and
was
put
like tiny in
someone.
the future, so he had a reason to live,
Can we talk? Can somebody
and he spent like his entire
No, like
life
if a
trying to
lady, if some,
before?
and he's
if I'm
so
doing, if I'm
beautiful
making
that
a deal with the devil and some old lady comes and she's like, search for me. I'm like, I don't give a shit. I don't know
She
you.
didn't say a
Fuck
search for
off.
you. She said, "I'm going to come find you," or something like that. But before this, we're jumping a little too ahead of
Do
ourselves.
ahead of
Can
time.
somebody
Yeah.
give me a quick synopsis of the movie, like just a brief overview? Anyone?
All right. Sure. So wait, I don't remember most of it. Azumi, you should.
oh my gosh. You're
Bruh.
trying to like trash on the movie and you don't even
I'm
remember half of
not.
it.
I'm.
So the
I'm
story is
legit
about
not
a girl
trying.
named Sophie
I'm legit.
who
I'm
meets
legit
this
not.
witch. Oh my god, Ken. Can you
Go ahead. Go
Rewind.
ahead.
can you not, Ken? Oh my god.
Okay.
This
Okay.
isn't
Okay.
about you.
I will not.
This isn't about you. Okay. Ken. Ken.
What? He
I
didn't
literally
say
didn't say
anything.
anything.
He didn't.
I didn't say anything. What the fuck? What the hell, Azumi?
Alright. Anyway. So the story is about a girl named Sophie who angers a witch, and the witch ends up turning her into an old lady. Um and she doesn't really try or attempt to really like get rid of the spell that was placed on her.
Could I stop you right there, Azumi?
Mm-hmm.
Could I stop you
Which
right
is
there?
a revolutionary.
That is like,
I think she lagged
Yeah.
out. Um, But yeah, the most I wanted to just stop right there to mention that the witch, who's known as the Witch of the Waste, she literally had no reason to put that spell on her. I'm talking
She did.
zero motive. Like it
No,
was the
she did
most
not.
unnecessary shit, and that is why I love the Witch of the Waste, because she is just completely unnecessary. Like, it was overkill. It's like Mihawk coming and fighting Zoro with his full Yoru. Like, this was just unnecessary. It was abuse, and she had no business doing that. But yeah, like Azumi said, I did like how this story kind of had like the traditional fairy tale setting of like, oh, the witch curses you and now you have to go out and figure out things. And but instead of the story leading towards, oh, she's gonna have a journey to get back her body. I don't. It's not her body was taken. She just looks old. She's still physically young. Actually, no, she isn't.
Yeah.
She is physically old. I remember because she was complaining of like back pain. And
She's
shit.
mentally young.
She's mentally young.
Yeah.
She's physically old. But like instead of trying to get it back, she really didn't like go to what's his name, Howl, and be like, save me, Howl. Oh no, I
She
am in
was just
such a
like, oh,
predicament.
I'm
She
just,
she couldn't though.
I'm
Like
old now.
it's not that she didn't want to. She just couldn't tell him. Remember,
Like
because that was
Howl
part of the.
literally
couldn't.
saw Howl
She
had the
needed to be
ability to
like,
see her.
Yeah, he did. He just didn't care. He was like,
Howl
okay,
just did not give a fuck.
bro. Owl is a bitch. Just gonna say that.
And that is
What?
why I love him. That is why I love
Yeah.
Howl.
he's a cool one though.
He's such a drama queen. I actually love him.
That was just mad, okay?
True.
Wait, how is he
true.
not a drama queen?
He is a big
He
drama queen.
literally
Dude-
dyed his hair the wrong
Dude
He
got
way
is.
dumped.
and cried.
Dude
He
got
is.
dumped and started crying, summoning the fucking demons and shit. He was just gonna end the world because his hair
Okay,
is a
but
different
that's
color
a
now.
normal
Bro,
response.
It's
Hair is a
not-
big
no, no.
deal to some people.
Azumi, me and Ken are reacting differently, but we both agree it was a bitch move, and he was a crybaby. But I love him for it.
He
I love him.
Y'all probably cry alone sometimes, okay? It's normal.
You kidding me? No. Real men break down in Walmart.
Are you okay?
No, I'm not.
Oh my god, this is the best line I've heard in a minute.
That's too funny.
Okay.
Women
Anyway.
cry in Sephora, bro.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So let's talk about Sophie. How did you guys like her as a main character?
I love
Sophie is
Sophie.
I love
the
And
her.
honestly, Sophie
She's
was
like-
really good.
best.
Yeah, even the
She just
hater
vibes.
Ken likes Sophie. Wow.
Yeah, I love Sophie. I love Calcifer, and I love the turnip guy. Honestly,
Oh,
I love
really?
all of
You
like I love
What about the kid?
Surprised.
I love all of the characters. All of the characters are very likable. I didn't say I hated the movie or hated any of them. It just had a lot of
You didn't
potential, but
like
it didn't
it.
live. I never said I didn't like it, Mimi. Don't put things in my mouth.
What was the kid's name?
What?
What was the kid's
Whose name?
Oh, Marco, right?
Yeah. No,
Markel.
Marcus? Was it
Markel.
Marcus or Mark?
Marco.
Oh, Markel. Markel, yeah. With the adorable beard.
I love
the adorable
Marco. He's
beard.
too good. My favorite is still the Witch of the Waste, though. The Witch is just she's
Bro,
too.
I don't
fun.
know why. I don't know why people just let her be there. Like she's your enemy, and they're like, "All right, come on along."
Bro, my favorite thing.
Like, bro,
She legit looks like
We'll
a
take
cinnamon
care of
bun.
you.
Like her 4 chins look like the layers of a cinnamon bun. She's so. I love the Witch of the Waste, man. Like honestly, I think the funniest part of the Witch of the Waste to me was that she used magic to make herself look like that, meaning that she could have made herself look way better, but she still chose.
hey, you don't understand. It's a power move.
It
She
is a
wanted
power
to be a
It-
human
It
fun,
is a
bro.
power
She-
move. It is,
She wanted to look chunky and scary. Okay.
bro. It is honestly, it's an incredible power move.
In her eyes, that was beauty.
Uh, Calcifer is great. Like I think he's created like some of the best aesthetic like clips like of when like
Mm-hmm.
Howl and Sophie are like cooking and feeding him the eggs. Like those scenes were just like so calming.
I don't know. I feel like the aesthetic of the movie, the scenery, the world, it was just all very beautiful. Like that aspect is actually incredible in the movie.
But
Mm. But what?
what are you gonna say? But too.
No, there's no but here. It's just really good.
Okay, okay.
Guys, I can be happy, I swear.
You're pulling a law.
You're lying to yourself, Ken. We don't do
You
that
know
here.
who I love? The dog at the end. I think his name was Hin. Who
Oh
was
my
just
god, that I don't know
That
what
was
the fuck is
amazing.
wrong with them. They're like random spy dog. Come join us. Come along.
the funniest part was like the random spy dog betrayed betrayed like I think her name like Madame Suleiman
Yeah,
she betrayed like
yeah, the dog
the
is
grand
just like,
village
alright,
or something.
shit.
I love that dog, man. This movie was just so good. Ah,
It was cute. It was funny. It had all the aspects of great.
What are
yeah.
the aspects of great, Mimi?
The movie. The movie itself
Sorry,
is the aspect of great.
sorry to put you on the spot there.
The
Okay, shit.
epitome of
Subject.
greatness.
Okay. Um. So let's talk about. Okay, let's talk about the inconsistencies in how she was drawn. Because I remember, Ken, you had like issues with that
Yeah,
in our previous conversation.
I
Um,
didn't have issues with the like with it itself because I think it's a clever storytelling tool. I
what's
just
a
wish they
clever
told
storytelling tool?
that they kept like fluctuating her age whenever she was in a emotional moment.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. So I don't know. I just wish they told us what it meant because I didn't necessarily know if
So,
everyone around her saw her that way or if it was just her perspective or if it
so
was the perspective of the person in front of her.
okay. So you're telling
Because,
me?
like,
Go ahead.
yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, like, except for that one time where Howl opened the curtains and he saw her that she was young. I think that was very obvious. They never really established that. But then,
What do you mean? At the very start. The
yeah,
freaking
at the
whichever
very
day
end,
she.
at the very end, but like not at the start,
No, at
not
the
at the start
start
at
when
all.
she cursed her.
What?
You know,
When
at the
she?
start when she went to the shop and then she cursed Sophie.
No, but they never talked about the curse itself. Like they never
Well, they
actively
don't have
talked
to
about the
physically
curse.
be like, "Oh, and I shall curse you now." Like
No, no,
they
that's
just.
not what I mean. Mimi, that's not what I
I
mean.
was
I
just
meant
like,
like
damn.
Howell never talked to her about the curse. He was like, "Damn, she's hot. All right." He never talked to her
He
about how
did.
he could see her or
He
anything.
Damn,
he
look
Yeah,
at
did
those
well,
grandma
reference
teeth.
you don't have
her.
to talk.
Yeah,
One
like
You just gotta
what if he
understand
just
each other.
what if
one
he just like never actually seen her young?
one you like you mentioned. He did see her young in that scene early on where he came home from the war, and he saw her. He saw her as a
Sleeping?
young
Was
person.
sleeping.
Yeah, she was young. She was sleeping. Opened the curtain, and then later on in the movie, when she ended up walking into his room in that like long winding labyrinth, he she saw him and she was like, "I'm gonna free you from your curse," and he was like, "You can't even free yourself from your own curse." So I think he
He
knew from the
fucking
very
roasted
beginning.
there, bro.
He did roast her pretty hard, but
Also, actually, that part it's good to dwell on that because, like,
Yeah.
they set up that part like it was a dream,
yeah,
but there is no way it could have been a dream. So what the hell is up with that? Like, what
yeah,
happened?
like it. They made it seem like it was a dream, but the way like at first I kind of was initially thinking it was a dream because of the way she wakes up, goes to the room, talks to him, and then instead of like going back, it just shows her waking up again. But in the room, she saw him in his like true big ugly monster form, and instead, sorry, and it's she's never seen him like that before, like in that really big, very monstrous form. So, yeah. Anyways, the theme of beauty in the movie was just incredible. Like how, like we're talking about, her animation style started to change as she perceived herself. Like in that scene where they were on the hill, and at this point in the movie, ever since they disobeyed his master at the castle, she was she looked a lot younger than she did in the initial part of the movie where she first turned old. Her arched back kind of went away, and the wrinkles on her face also kind of went away. So she just looked like a young lady with like wrinkles, with like gray hair. She didn't even have wrinkles. But when she's talking to Howl, and calls her, she says that she isn't beautiful. The the animation goes back to the when it was when she initially got cursed, back when her self-esteem was like in the gutters, like in the beginning of the movie, where she goes back to saying things like, "Oh, Howl would never want my heart because he only steals the heart of beautiful women," and so I think that scene was the tell for me, where I kind of realized that they were using the curse and the inconsistency of the art style to represent her mental state and her like her self confidence.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So now, do you understand the cinematic complexity of this thematic masterpiece?
Yes. Wow, I have completely changed my. No, I'm just kidding. It sucks.
Damn good.
I love the turnip.
Honestly, like even though,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I was just gonna say, look, based on what you said, I really loved the theme of beauty. Like when she was like, when he told her that she was beautiful, she started seeing herself as more young. Which,
Yep.
as you said, like I think you mentioned this in before we started recording, but I like the way that the movie didn't take the cliche route of like, oh, we need to break this curse.
Yeah.
Instead, she found a way to live happily with the curse because she found people who all viewed her as beautiful. So
Mm-hmm.
she returned back to being young,
She
except for
lived.
the hair.
Yeah, and I think the turnip guy was like a kind of a joke, or a reference to those movies where it's like, oh yeah, you have to like Princess and the Frog or Sleeping Beauty, where it's like you have to find true love and kiss them, and then it's gonna like your journey is gonna come to an end, or blah blah blah. So this movie wasn't gonna take that route, and I love it all the better for it because it wasn't cliche and it didn't go through that. Um,
Yeah.
Azumi, Mimi, do you guys have anything to say on that?
No.
I'm Azumi, and I
I like
approve this message.
Yes. That's totally me
What,
right now.
what message do you approve?
Um,
The fact that it is
It is the
amazing.
greatest movie I've ever seen, guys. So
I
good.
mean, I wouldn't say that, but like, it's a great movie. I
Hmm. It is.
literally
It
have
is a
no
great
problem
movie.
with it.
It is a great movie. Yeah.
I still try to find. Oh shit! What do you?
Law, what are you chanting?
No, no, I was just singing "Diary of Jane." My bad, my bad.
All right, man. All
"Diary of
right.
Jane" is
I
fire.
see.
It's fire. I like Breaking Benjamin is taking me back like memory. Anyway, let's talk about Howl, the most controversial character in this movie.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Howl's
it's hot. That's all that
amazing.
matters.
I gotta agree with you, but I don't like blonde Howl. I don't like blonde Howl. I just don't
What do
have a
you
thing
mean
for
you don't?
blondes. Like
Oh, but they're both
Actually,
pretty. They're both pretty.
honestly, Blonde Howl looked a lot better. But like
I
black hair
disagree.
Howl,
I like black hair Howl better.
black hair Howl,
Blonde hair Howl was
he was
beautiful.
Nah.
no, like blonde hair Howl, he was an asshole. But Black hair Howl. It was kind of like character development, but he wasn't as like beautiful.
What do you
Sobbing
mean?
and
What do you mean as
depression.
beautiful?
Character development.
He was two
What do you
times
mean?
more handsome.
Nah, blonde guys only look attractive when they're deezed as fuck. That is why Doflamingo
Yeah.
Guys
is too
aren't
fresh.
even
Yeah, that is true.
attractive.
That's
That is-
true. He had the royal coat and shit. He wouldn't have looked good without it.
Yeah. Okay. True. But yeah, black hair just looks better on everyone. I'm gonna say it.
I'm of the faction of black hair as well. It just
Yeah.
looks good.
I had green hair at one point, guys.
You were
It was
gone,
wild.
freaks. Still looking for your dad.
Did you find him yet?
I had a. That's wild.
Okay. Mimi, were you gonna talk about Howl?
I was gonna say something, but I forgot what it was.
Azumi too?
I kind of just like the fact that, like, while she says "find me in the future," when she sees young Howl, he does end up finding her. Like in the beginning of the movie, he's like, "Sophie, I've been looking everywhere for you," and I just love that parallel so much.
Yeah, that is a great point.
I think one of the best scenes is that when she went back to his past. It was really cool.
I want to know how the fuck she
Yeah.
went back to his past. Like, this is what I'm talking about. How the
Magic
hell-
door.
She walked.
Magic door.
What
She
the fuck
walked-
is the magic door?
It's a magic fucking
Come
door,
from-
man. It's a magic fucking door.
Alright.
That's all. Cat, don't
Alright.
question
Alright.
it.
Jesus
The magic-
Christ. Okay,
This
magic
movie
door.
is fucking
Okay.
hilarious, I gotta say. Like, the fact that the Witch of the Waste literally just hands out curses left and right and doesn't even know how to reverse them, it just kills me. I fucking love the Witch of the Waste. Like, he's just
Like,
hilarious.
not my problem.
Yeah.
Bro,
Oh,
that
but the fact
scene.
she was like
that
trying to eat
scene-
Hal's heart.
That-
Oh my
that
god!
scene
After
when
all
she
they've
was-
done to her.
The scene
Remember
that
the
deserves an
scene-
Oscar. The scene that deserves
when
an
she was
Oscar.
going up the stairs.
Yes. Where they were both going up the stairs, like Sophie has to carry up Heen, and she thinks it's Howl, and the Witch of the Waste is like struggling to go up the stairs. Oh, I love that scene.
I like how
Everything.
they like had this detail of like, oh, Heen is so heavy because he's Howl, and the magic must have only concealed his shape, and he's actually the same weight.
Yeah.
But no, he's just a fucking fat dog.
You know what the worst part about it is? We find out Heen can fly later with his ears, and then, bro, he could have just flied later. He could have flied up the stairs.
Yeah.
But he,
Nah, he couldn't have. He couldn't have. No.
But he
Oh,
told-
No. Ken
No,
is right.
she would have found out. She would have
No, not
found
even
out.
that. Remember the Grand Wizard or whatever she was? She had this
Yeah.
spell in the castle preventing all magic from getting inside.
Oh.
Not even the
true.
Witch of the Waste could use her magic there. So maybe he couldn't.
Oh,
This is what I'm talking about. Continuity.
I didn't like the Empress, whatever she was.
Like his
The
sensei?
lady. No.
That wasn't
The
an
lady
empress.
of
That
the
was like
castle.
that was the Queen Witch, or
Yeah.
not the Queen Witch. It was like the Royal Witch.
Yeah,
She
the
wasn't.
Royal Witch.
She wasn't like a.
why are we
She-
not talking about the scarecrow, bro?
You talking about the turnip?
Because
man?
it's just funny.
Turnip guy.
Turnip guy?
That dude, like, was so wholesome.
Honestly,
And he
it
didn't
was.
even speak
Honestly.
for, like, entire show until, like, the end.
He
Wait,
deserves
does he
attention.
turn into human in the end?
Yeah.
I
Um,
liked him
Because
better.
he's Prince.
I love the Scarecrow.
I like him too. But yeah, the Grand Witch, she was cool. Like, her powers were nice, but yeah, there's not really much else to say about her. A lot of like the politics and the
No, the
characters.
details that they had in the castle You know how like they were in the garden,
Ah.
Sophie and the witch were talking, and like the details. Oh my god, I loved that.
Mm-hmm.
It was freaking amazing. And also the details in the Howl's castle, in the home, the walking machine. It's so cool. I love
Oh,
it.
actually, since we were talking about that scene, this is one of the parts where I didn't like the movie because, like 10 minutes ago, Hal was all depressed. He was like, "Please go for me. I can't do anything. I'm gonna die." And then she goes there, and he's like, "I'm back now, and I'm very confident. I'm super strong." I'm
Well,
like, "What the fuck?"
this literal pathetic old lady went into this the area, like the castle. Why was I gonna say the area of the king instead of saying the castle? She went into the castle and she stood up to the grand witch or whatever her name was, Madame Suleiman. I think they were trying to make like Solomon. They're trying to make a female version of that. But so the
What I meant.
okay. Anyways, the fact that this pathetic old lady who doesn't have any magic is literally just a victim of a curse goes there and has the confidence to stand up to the king or whoever is in front of her and tell them that what they're doing is wrong gave Howl the courage to speak his mind and do what he can do. And sure, 10 minutes ago he did have a mental breakdown, but when you have a mental breakdown, it's called a mental breakdown for a reason, because it's a temporary thing. It's you break down, but you're not going to be that way forever. Just because he had like a depressive state doesn't mean he's going to be depressed for the next 40 minutes of the movie.
No, that's not my problem. Like, my problem is that they didn't establish him like regaining back his confidence or anything. He was just there. Also, can we talk about how this
He said,
dude,
wait, before you
he
move on,
wanted to go?
he said, "You gave me the courage to do this."
No, I know, but it just felt so random. It felt so random.
Why?
That's what I'm talking about. They don't show any of the connections. They don't show the characters interacting with each other when it really matters. They don't show Sophie and Howell talking about the curse. They don't show
The
Howell
thing is, they
talking
don't have
about.
to though.
You're supposed
Like
to
No, they
understand
don't.
it the way it is.
They
most of
don't
the
have to,
story
and I
is actually
understood
based
it.
on nonverbal
Guys,
It's
communication.
like a show don't tell kind of
guys,
thing.
I just don't feel any connection emotionally when they're like,
Ken, Ken,
I'm actually all better now because of Sophie. I don't feel it. I don't feel anything.
Ken,
Like,
they're
I
missing
That's
the
understand it.
point.
I
good.
get the point.
You
I just
missed what
don't
they were
feel
talking
anything.
about. They were trying to make a point about
No, their
like
point is you don't need to establish it visually for me to understand, which I agree with.
verbally,
I just
verbally.
don't.
No, it was actually like expressed visually instead of like actually like speaking it out for you, like throwing it out there.
When I never caught that. When?
She's trying to explain it, bro.
You've never seen social cues, bro? They
No,
were all over the
I.
story.
What do you mean? I don't get this. I don't understand. What cues? What did they do?
Ken,
Social cues,
Ken
like
is a fellow sociopath. Let's go.
I just don't. I just
I
don't
agree.
see it.
Definitely
Where
agree.
were the social cues? Like, they didn't even do anything to each other. It's like, I'm good now. I was like, okay, that's good.
I think you need to watch it a second time to understand it. And this time, like, be fully awake, have a cup of coffee next to you, and read and
Mimi,
look
you
at
don't
everything.
need to judge me because I have an opinion. Okay, you don't
What
need
are
to
you?
do that.
No,
We're judging
You
you.
don't watch JoJo's, and
hey,
that's a
you might
crime.
understand it better the second time
No,
you
I
watch it.
understand it perfectly fine. I just don't like it. Just accept this, please.
Ken's getting defensive.
I'm not getting defensive, but every time I have an opinion, they're like, "You just didn't watch it right, bro." I'm like, "No, I did."
No, I think like there were a lot of things that were just the movie showed you more about the relationship with gestures than it did with words. Like her just coming there and saying like, "Oh, I'm gonna be your thing, your cleaning lady." I was like, "It's that's just one word, but it's like one not one word. That's one sentence." But their relationship to going from just oh she's just random cleaning lady to somebody I deeply care for was expressed through the actions they took for each other. Like her, even though remember he got pissed at her for like switching his shampoos and stuff. He was appreciative of everything else. Like he was just, it wasn't he took the frustration out on her. Okay, am I not explaining myself well? I think I'm not. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm
I
waiting.
don't know.
I'm not. I don't know. But anyways, I'm just saying that like just the actions that they did for each other, relationship, the relationship that they had wasn't really something where they had to talk it out loud, and you mainly just got the big points, like the payoffs, like when she says, "Oh, I love you," or he says, "You're beautiful," or she says, "I'm going to go
Maybe
fight for you," and he says, "You gave me the courage to protect
like
you." Things like that.
this is true towards the end of the movie. Like maybe I am just not an emotional person, but at the start of the movie when
Ken
she
is a
like
real
leaned in
man,
because
a real man.
when she switched his like you say it was in like conveyed by the things they did for each other. But the first half of the movie, I didn't feel like they did anything that like that warranted such strong feelings.
I
Like
think
I don't think bathing him because he was like summoning the Dark Lords or some shit is something that is like, oh wow, I'm gonna protect you now. Like I don't
I don't
feel that.
think that is
Like I
someone being by
No,
your
but it
side
was
when you're
all
at your
added up
lowest,
together.
when you're just fucking
that's not
depressed.
okay. That's not his lowest though. Dude was
Yeah,
just summoning the Dark Lord because
that
he
is
changed his hair.
that
That's
is
not the lowest.
depressing. Look,
My lowest would be like if I'm like in poverty and I'm like literally dying and someone being there,
let me
but
explain
not
to you.
because
Okay,
I'm like
that's
Let me
your
explain to you.
lowest,
Let me
not
explain to you.
his.
This dude has had an abundance of trauma and struggle throughout his life, and he's every night he barely gets to sleep. He goes out and he fights in wars, and it's very characteristic of somebody who's suffering from mental illness to break down over something
I also
small,
don't.
like
I also
breaking.
didn't understand that part. Like, why is he fighting in the wars at night? What is he doing? They never explicitly explain that
I'll
either.
get to that in
He's
a
just
second.
going out.
I'll get to that in a second. So as I was
Okay.
saying, he's mentally not fit whatsoever. That is why the movie shows him literally breaking down over something as simple as a hair color. Not even like in our world, you'd have it dyed for maybe a couple of days minimum. He could literally just use a spell to change it. But just that disappointment of that little thing was enough to make him snap. This dude was not in the right headspace. He was not in the right headspace to fight, to talk to the Madam
See,
Solomon. He wasn't in
the
the right
problem
head.
is you explain it like that, but to me, it's like he's just being a bitch.
He is a bitch, but again, I love him for it. Like we're not debating the fact that he's a bitch. Like we're in agreement there. But I love him for it. You
I
don't love him for it.
I like that bitch. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's my bitch. What do you mean? No, but the war thing, it was explained later that he he's not being targeted by the soldiers because he's employed by the castle by under the fake names, like the two wizards, and he's fighting for them uh and that's why he's getting protection, because he said several times he's a coward and he's scared, and so he's just listening to them because he's scared. But then the
Wait,
moment,
what?
sorry.
Wait, can you? I didn't get that. Like he was hiding under the name of Pendragon and
Yeah, he
the other dude,
the
but why was
the
he fighting in the war? That's what I mean.
because that's like the price for not getting targeted. His master is enrolling him in that as kind of like potentially not going to kill him or hunt him down.
No, but what's the? What I mean is uh, even before his master was like, you need to participate. He was just going out and like flying and beating like troops. Like, why was he doing that?
Bro, that's because he's been participating in it since the beginning of the movie. The whole movie he was participating in it.
If so, then why did his master feel the need to be like, you need to get Howl here? If like Howl, if what you're saying is true, and that just means that Howl was listening to her command the whole time. So why was there a whole conflict towards the end of like
The
Howl, you need to come?
Because
Like, what is
that
the
was the
point?
whole point of why Sophie had to go to the capital, because she had to go tell the king Howl's not fighting for you anymore.
You mean
And
anymore? Okay, but
yes,
the way they explained it is just like how my son is so useless, he doesn't do anything. The way they explained it was like that he didn't like that he never wanted to fight in the war. It's not that he was fighting in the war.
no,
So
he
that's why
was
it was a bit
he.
confusing.
I don't know about that. I think you might have just missed that point because it was pretty clear to me.
Maybe.
It was pretty
I don't know,
clear.
man.
I didn't
Just
think that
weird.
was confusing. Um, yeah, he that was the reason why he was so grateful to her because she saved him from that hell every night that he had to go see.
Mm, I guess so.
Yeah, and so that's why in the end he decided he got the courage and he's going to take a stand to fight for not just protecting her but protecting Merkel, protecting Calcifer and everybody he cares about. Like
Yeah.
they
I
were
mean,
a
like,
big family.
yeah. I guess that like the reason I don't feel it as much is because you say she gave him the courage, and in my head, I have the mentality of like he had the strength to do all this. He didn't need the old lady to go and be like hold his hand, which is why I don't get it.
Yeah, of course he has the strength to do all this, but it's like a kid when you're riding a bicycle and your parent pushes you just lightly and you're just suddenly pushing the pedals by yourself and you're riding it and you're like, I could have done this all along, but all I needed was just a little push. It was the
Yeah,
same thing. All he
if the
needed was a
bicycle
little
was a
push.
huge if the bicycle was a huge castle that's moving by its own, and yeah, like I
Yeah,
don't know, I just feel like he could have just done that. I don't feel I don't feel like he
it
needed an
wasn't a
old lady.
physical gap. It was like a it was a mental thing. And
All this mental shit, I don't get it.
Ken is
You
like
the
Just
cancel
emotional
go,
mental
part.
illness, bro.
just fucking go do it, you bitch.
You're homeless, buy a house.
Guys,
Man, people
please.
really out here not buying houses.
Or if you're hungry, just
Yeah,
buy food. That's what Ken
bro,
says.
I was like browsing the internet and I came across this dude who was like how to become a millionaire with 1 cent, and each day like he would have 1 cent at day one, and then he would keep multiplying the money each day. I'm like, so you just multiply the money. So if you're poor and you have 1 cent, just get more money. That's the moral of the
I
story.
think that you might have been seeing
That's
like one of those
amazing.
like stock gurus who try to teach you how to double your money in stocks. And so he was trying to
Yeah,
say
but
if you start off with this
the thing,
much and you double it with stocks by this
no, but
date.
the problem is he had like a 200% interest rate in like 28 days. That's not realistic. What the fuck? How would you? If becoming a millionaire is so easy in like 30 days, no one would be poor.
This is yeah. Okay. Anyways, let's talk about the movie cuz
Yeah,
yeah, I know
let's
you
talk
had
about
your
how.
problems with like connecting emotionally to the characters. I personally didn't. I loved them. I loved them all. When Merkel was grabbing
I
Sophie and he
loved
was crying
Calcifer
and he
specifically.
mhm.
Calcifer was the best one because he's like me. He's like, go do it, you bitch.
Ken, I just think you might have a little bit too much toxic masculinity. We're gonna have to
Maybe, I
talk
don't know.
to you. We're gonna have to talk to your doctor about this.
I feel like the roles are reversed here, law.
Now we're gonna have
Usually you.
to. Nah, you're a little too toxic. You know.
I don't know, man. It's just like whenever I was having a depressive state, I didn't need like an old grandma to be like, "Come on, bro, you need to do it." I just did it, you know.
Hmm.
Well, maybe you needed the old grandma. You just
Maybe
never realized
maybe
Nah,
you're
because she
just
never.
built
nah.
different.
Maybe
Ken.
I don't know. I just
Ken,
don't
you
need
need.
someone. I don't.
I think
I don't
like
need
we're gonna
people.
have to talk to your doctor about removing.
Maybe you do.
Like your
Talk to
toxic
your doctor
masculinity
about
is a little
using.
bit too high.
You
Like
guys know
Guys,
those ads?
guys, this toxic masculinity is like on
no,
myself. I'm not
no.
hurting other people.
No, it's not. You're
Talk to
hurting
your
our
doctor about
feelings.
using Omega
We're
X.
going to talk to your doctor about
Bro, fuck your
castration.
feelings. I
The
don't care.
yes, you
You know, you should have opened up a little more, Ken.
can.
Alright, it all started when I was getting beat at 6 years old. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, at least. Okay, never mind. I shouldn't say that.
At least you're aware.
Okay. So yeah, Azumi, tell us your thoughts on Howl in the movie, because I feel like me and Ken went back and forth a little too long.
Yeah.
I kind of just felt like it was I think my only hard, at least argument that I have or disappointment was the fact that it felt a little rushed to me. Like I felt Sophie and Hal could have had at least a little bit more moments. But other than
Guys,
that, I really enjoyed
that is literally what I said. What the fuck?
it. That's not what you said.
What the hell?
Ken, we already talked to your doctor about this castration. Okay.
Oh my god, no.
Don't worry if you're scared about it. It's just like a second
No.
I like how
circumcision.
we're just
It's
gaslighting
just
again.
a second circumcision, bro.
The whole movie was about Howl and Sophie. Like,
I'm
what
gonna.
more do you want?
Do you remember? Do you remember that episode of like? I don't remember which show it was, but it's like, "Where are my testicles, Summer?" You remember that?
Rick and Morty.
Oh, is it Rick and Morty?
Yeah, Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
I saw this video of these
I saw this one video on TikTok where these girls were like saying Rick and Morty over and
of their
over
mom's
to her
funeral.
mom's grave.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was
Oh my
literally
god,
about
I've
to say
seen
that.
those.
And they were crying too. Like,
What the
Yeah.
fuck? Yeah. I don't know. I liked the movie. I just didn't get the emotional hit from it.
On
Maybe-
okay, Ken.
yeah, well, that's okay. But on the other topic, Azumi, I think people just
I watched it
grieve
again.
differently. So like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I
they
don't.
definitely do. Like,
Yeah,
I
I
feel
just
it was
don't.
a coping mechanism, and that's completely fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
It just didn't hit me, guys. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's fine. It didn't. If it didn't hit you, but I will. So Mimi, can you give me your thoughts?
Yeah.
Uh,
Me?
Yeah. What are your thoughts on the movie? Do you have any criticisms?
no.
Obviously not. I think they had perfect timing with each other. Um, I think that all the characters just intertwined. Like they just became a family somehow out of
Yeah.
nowhere in such a
Yeah,
cute
that-
way.
the-
I mean,
Like they
that's
just
Oh my
understood
God,
each
that was
other.
beautiful. That's why I love this
That
movie
made the
so much.
most
It was
sense to me.
amazing.
Like,
Um,
yeah, like Merkel when I was saying this earlier, like when Merkel came and hugged Sophie and he gripped onto her dress and he was like,
oh, that was adorable.
"Are we a family?" And then she hugged him and she was like, "Yes, we're a family."
Oh,
Like that moment was just so wholesome.
it was the cutest.
I love how like even their enemy, the Witch of the Waste, after she became the old lady, she was just included in, and like they were just chilling. I love
Yeah.
this movie so much.
Yeah, and she was acting like
They're
a.
so such kind-hearted
acting
people
like
to the
a-
point
like
that
a
they
sweet old
included a
lady.
witch.
She was so cute though.
She was adorable until she started like she
Man,
was
she
acting
was
like
trying
a
to
sweet
eat
old
Hal's
lady.
heart.
But even then, when she took his heart, like all Sophie had to
I'm
do
not
was like
eating
kiss her
his
on the
heart.
forehead and then take it.
Man,
Yeah,
That's why this movie's goated.
I don't know.
how
They
how old
all
is Howl?
How?
We have to
connected.
sue. We have to sue the Witch of the Waste for pedophilia.
Does that matter? I mean, look at our boy. Does it really matter?
What do you mean?
She's like
Does
their
that
grandma
matter?
If
now.
he's 12, I'm 12.
Exactly.
No, Azumi, no. Bad.
Bro,
No.
Hazumi's going full in.
Oh my god.
Guys, I swear I was joking, guys.
Sure.
It was
Mhm.
just a phase.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god.
Your 2013 tweets
Now we
do
know
not
what she
agree with
thinks
that
about.
statement.
Are you okay, Ken?
No, I
Do
think
you
I'm
need an
beginning
old
to
lady
understand
to
Howl now.
come help you? Give you some courage.
He's getting traumatized.
Yeah.
A little bit depressed.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna need a selfie soon.
Aw.
She's gonna come.
Yeah. The movie was just wholesome.
We're
I
family,
really...
guys.
It was very wholesome.
I
Ohana means family, guys.
Yeah.
Just remember that.
from the like maybe 5 Ghibli movies that I have seen, I think like the way that they portray love is just beautiful, and I can't wait
It
to watch
is.
more.
I like it a lot better than like the cliche anime romance because this one actually had weight to it. It wasn't just like, oh my god, I love you so much.
Yeah.
It actually had
It was something
like
like,
development
we're
in it.
gonna be together forever, happy ever after.
My
OMG.
god, really for real? I don't know. I just like this a lot better.
Yeah.
What about you, Law? Do you prefer an anime romance? Do you prefer the promise me you'll be together forever?
This is not an anime romance, bro. Ghibli really like stepped up.
Yeah,
It doesn't
it
give
really.
you a happy ever after thing. It kind of gives you a this is where we're stopping the story. They
Yeah.
get to live the rest of their lives however they want it to be.
Oh yeah, I didn't
Find
think
out
that it was
in
even
Howl
really a
too.
romance. I didn't think it was
Yeah,
a
that was actually a
romance.
twist. That was a twist. Like I didn't know they were in
Yes.
love
I
later.
just thought it was like a family loving each other. But if they did have romantic feelings, like I wasn't upset about that at the end. And like I just
That's what I mean. Like
They
it
literally
didn't.
made out in the end, guys.
I know.
I no, that's what I mean. Like it was more of a surprise or a developed feeling more than like, oh my god, I love you. We should be together. It's more of like
Yeah.
they went through stuff together
Mhm.
and they
Yeah.
actually
It developed
developed
over time.
feelings in a healthy way. It was pretty cool.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty cool, man.
Yeah, pretty cool, guys. Good job.
Yeah, I did like the movie as a whole. Like, I don't think it's the best movie I've seen. I thought it was a good movie, and it's like
Can
a
we
movie you
talk?
can just watch with everyone.
Can we talk about best tsundere? Calcifer was like, bro, free me from the curse, and he was freed, and he was like, okay, guys, I'm back.
Come.
Never mind.
He's like, what do I do with my life right now? Like, I have nothing to do. He just comes back.
Calcifer's great. I love him. Well, let's wrap up.
Okay,
Any final thoughts? Howl was thick as hell, man. But besides that, let's.
He's amazing.
Yeah, I'm talking about black-haired Howl because, like, I don't know, I wasn't feeling blonde Howl too
What
much.
your house? Handsome.
Black-haired Howl is fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Anyways,
want to have a helmet.
I want one.
Howl was like
Oh.
30 years old,
We all
guys.
need a howl in our lives, guys.
And
No.
I know, right?
Fuck you. I need a Sophie, bro. Fuck all of you.
yes, because you're clearly depressed, bro. Okay. Let's wrap
We have
up.
depression.
Guys, if you wanna help me through my depression, leave a like, subscribe, all
Bro,
that.
most likely,
We'll all
I
be
got
a
you.
Sophie.
Yeah. Let's use Ken's tears to get Trip any viewers.
Oh my god.
This
Oh
is
my god.
textbook gaslighting, girl bossing.
Subscribe or Ken will harm himself again.
Oh my god. Nah, bro,
Do
I
it
don't
for
harm myself.
himself.
Okay. Alright. Take care, everyone. Bye.
He puts Hello Kitty plushes all over his body as punishment.
Guys, I need to have a childhood, please. I lost it. I lost my childhood.
Have you
Right.
seen my childhood?
My memory. Shit.
I can relate.
Yeah.
Me too.
You're gonna do the.
Oh yeah. That's what I was
Dude.
really trying to remember for the past like minute.
Wait, guys, we're family. Let's do it all together.
Ohana means.
Alright, let's do it.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. Do, do, do.
Alright.